They had to give us one more update before the next crossover. And unfortunately, they decided to release Super Saiyan God Valerie. Now, I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's the fact that Super Saiyan God Valerie is a pretty hype unit. And a lot of people have been looking forward to her, including myself. But I won't lie to you, I have been having this internal conversation deciding whether or not it's still worth to go for, to skip her, or what have you. But before we get into all that, let's actually talk about what she's doing for everybody who doesn't know. She is a straight DPS character that's also able to buff up her allies' water damage by a pretty substantial amount, similar to the original Valerie. The added benefit of this one is that she also provides defense ignore to the entire team. Mind you, that's not really too prevalent since mono water doesn't really need defense ignore because of Hoka and crit chance and all that type of stuff, but it still could be good if you wind up having to fight and you can't crit the boss, right? And similar to Summer Sistina, but not as extreme, her super art will scale off of her own attack. The higher the attack, the more her super art damage multiplier goes up. And she also heals whoever has the lowest HP by 60%. That may sound a little bit weird, but that's due to her unique passive. Her unique passive increases her own damage by 60% for each ally above 70% HP. This caps out at a maximum 240% damage. She also has a true weapon called a Rising Nova. This true weapon reminds me of like a PSO2 weapon. You reduce the enemy's water res by 40% and you increase your own accuracy by 30%. The passive on this is able to buff up your own attack by 50% and art gauge by 2. Since we do want as much attack as possible, thanks to her super art multiplier scaling off of that, we will want to use this all the time. 50% attack buff is so good. So if it hasn't become apparent already, Super Saiyan God Valerie is just a damage dealer for the most part, with a bit of support in the kit here and there. In most situations, you could pop off with Super Saiyan God Valerie by running the regular mono water team. Hoka, Shiro, Ultimate Paladin Roy, Super Saiyan God Valerie. She has everything she wants on that team, from attack increases to physical damage ups to a barrier to be able to protect the team, because mind you, everybody wants to be above a certain amount of HP. And really, there's nothing inherently wrong with this unit. Even though she did come out 11 months ago in JP, she's still absolutely incredible. I mean, anybody that can look at this and see the amount of damage buffs, what she's working with herself, and be like, oh yeah, this character is definitely not bad. This is still a very strong unit. And if you are someone who cares about mono water, or you're just a fan of Valerie, this unit is absolutely worth looking at. Now, you may have noticed that I said she was worth looking at and not a must summon. This banner is a must summon depending on mainly one factor. What else do you want to go for in the next few months? This banner featuring Super Saiyan God Valerie, along with Goddess Celia, not to mention you have the original Valerie, Charlotte, even Priscilla on here. All these units are still really strong in nowadays meta, but we know what's coming very soon. There's also Velzard. In JP, Velzard came out shortly after Super Saiyan God Valerie, and I'm assuming we're going to have a repeat of that on Global, because if I'm not mistaken, both of their stories or their debuts happened at the same time in the story. If you want Super Saiyan God Valerie, you love her character design, you think she's just a sick unit, you're like, man, I need this character. If you have a substantial amount of alch, I would recommend you use that first before using your crystals. If you can luck out and get her through alch, then hey, thumbs up. You're good to go. Didn't waste any of your crystals. If you're trying to decide to pity this character, then I would say that if you want to pity, it's up to you completely. You love the character design, you love how the unit plays and all that type of stuff, go for it. Prioritize your enjoyment over the meta every single day of the week. I would say that it's a bit more beneficial if you want to go for her, but you don't really care too much about Saitama and stuff, and there's that. This banner gets a little bit easier to summon on if you don't really care too much about Saitama, but if you care even a little bit about Saitama, just know he's probably the next unit to come out. If you're someone who's like free to play or like somewhat interested in Valerie, I would say do a multi on it, see what you get. If you don't get her, then maybe try to throw some alch at her. I wouldn't say she's pity worthy myself, because I usually reserve pity for like meta breaking units and like top tier support characters. So in that regard, you would skip after that. Or if you just didn't even care about Valerie at all, you can just skip from the get-go. And lastly, if you're brand new to the game and you're wondering if you should summon on this banner or not, the banner is pretty good. You might as well do a free 50 and pray you get one of the banner units. If you get even the awoken characters like Priscilla, Charlotte, Valerie, all those characters are going to be great for your account, and it's absolutely a lot of value here for a brand new player. As for me, what I'm going to be doing with this banner, I know a lot of you guys that watch the streams are waiting for the next summon sesh. I don't know if we're going to be doing some crazy multis on this or we're even spinning on this banner. If anything, right now, I'm kind of leaning towards just doing a multi-summon and some alch and just seeing what happens after that, because I really do want this Valerie. I think she's a very strong character. It's just, man, I want Saitama a little bit more. I will say I wouldn't really be comparing like two units like this whenever it comes to like the verdict of a banner, but we literally know he's going to be coming out very soon, and Valerie is a GS unit. She's going to return on another banner. I would rather save for the next crossover and like try to increase my odds of getting that crossover unit, because once they're gone, they won't come back till who knows when, because they're from a crossover. But either way, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Tell me down below, are you going to be summoning on this banner or are you going to be skipping? What's the deal? I'd love to read all that stuff down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video though, highly recommend check out this video popping on the screen right now. It's talking about the meta shift that is happening right now on the Japanese version of the game, which is kind of crazy. If you're interested in that, click on that video. I'll meet you over there. Oh, and one more thing before you leave, don't forget to drink water.